as it is Johnny Romano taking on Darryon Drummond. And Donnie, we certainly have a lot to talk about regarding this one.
Exactly. If there is one man on this roster that Darryon Drummond hates more than anyone else, it is the pop star Johnny Romano. Darryon Drummond called many matches with the pop star Johnny Romano here with me at the announcer's table, and he couldn't stand the happiness, the dancing of Johnny Romano. Johnny Romano wanting a test of strength here. And the disrespect of Darryon Drummond. You know, this man almost tried to bash my brains in, so pardon me if I'm enjoying making sure that he is duly, for lack of a better term, punished for his transgressions.
You know, it's really interesting to see. I mean, I don't often feel threatened sitting in a broadcast booth, but Darryon Drummond and the way he was staring you down when you sat down next to me, well, I feel like I'm in the line of fire too.
Well, Darryon Drummond has no love for me. We've had a lot of exchange of words. I just thought it was, you know, professional bickering back and forth, but apparently it ran deeper than that. Darryon Drummond, his last outing and the CWF lost in a 2-on-1 handicap to Reyes Tesor. You already saw the type of tag team continuity that they have.
Right. And now a very different handicap match of sorts here, Donnie. I mean, how did you come up with this stipulation yourself? I mean, where was the inspiration coming from? I mean, I'm sure if you had the physical ability, you would have loved to injure and put him in a sling yourself.
Well, Darryon Drummond, we actually used to travel together back and forth. And Darryon used to constantly brag about how he could whip most of the roster with one arm, with just one arm. So I'm like, okay, now you can prove it.
Well, we're going to find out here as Darryon Drummond certainly in a handicap singles match. The first time I've ever been able to say that in my career. That handicap being the sling across the right arm. Do you happen to know the dominant side of Darryon Drummond? Is he right-handed? Is he left-handed?
He's actually ambidextrous.
Wow.
So he's just as lethal with his left arm as he is with his right arm. Now, as much as I detest Darryon Drummond on a personal level, you have to get his man's props. Last year at CWF Warfare, he beat Nathan Sims in a 2 out of 3 submission match. There is a lot of fight and anger in Darryon Drummond. Likes to brawl, likes to street fight, if you will, but actually is a very good, educated ring tactician, wrestled in high school. Johnny Romano, well, I don't know how you describe the wrestling style of Johnny Romano.
Yeah, well, I can tell you how to describe the personality of Johnny Romano. This is one of the most fun-loving individuals I've ever been around. This is a man that I want to go out and party with every single night here. And Johnny Romano was certainly proving why he exactly is the party type when he made his way down to ringside. But there's a difference between making a colorful entrance and, well, competing inside a pro wrestling ring.
Well, Johnny Romano had a big year in 2025, actually started off 2025 as one half of the tag team champions, would later on go on to win the CWF D1 championship, lost it to his tag partner, Desmond Tebow, who then immediately lost it to Chris Mason, who will be in action later tonight.
I mean, it has been a long time coming for you, Donnie, to be able to witness this match. I mean, it must fill you with so much pleasure to see this handicap put in.
You know, I'm not a vindictive man. At least I don't like to think so. But in this case, yes, this puts a smile on my face. I'm grinning so wide I might swallow my ears.
Well, I know you're grinning. I'm certain Curtis Wake has to be grinning, the man who represented you, to put you in this position to be able to call the shots for the next few months.
Yes, a lot of thanks to Curtis Wake for putting me in this position several more months ago, and do I have plenty more planned. But right now, Darryon Drummond's going to have to get past Johnny Romano.
Right.
Johnny Romano, they have wrestled in the past. Johnny Romano has the winning record over Darryon.
I see. And you can certainly see as to why that side headlock currently put in here. Two men who are even in stature, even in size, and mostly even in experience as well. But it's all about what you do inside a CWF ring that counts the most.
Missing with that clothesline.
Yeah, Drummond. Bam! Yeah, you talked about the ambidextrous nature of Darryon Drummond, showcasing it with that southpaw lariat.
That southpaw lariat just as dangerous as his regular. Oh, missing with that elbow, though. Oh, and that hurting. And Johnny Romano, not a vindictive wrestler, almost kind of giving him up. No, spoke too soon. That kick right to the back of the spine. And now the fun-loving side bouncing off the ropes. And
cover here. 2 count.
And here, Walker, you're seeing the fight and the grit of Darryon Drummond. You know, I don't like to tell it to him because I don't like to give the man the props within earshot, but he is a tough individual. I mean, this man has been a world champion in other promotions, and using the ropes as a shield.
Well, and
that was a weapon.
I mean, I hate to say it, I hate to give the devil his due, but Darryon Drummond, one of the smartest wrestlers that you will find here on the CWF roster. You're seeing exactly why. Darryon Drummond, I mean, and he said it to me earlier on in the evening, said that you yourself, Donnie, chose to box with God. That were his words exactly whenever you wanted to step to Darryon. I mean, have you thought about what's going to happen when your 6 months is over?
I mean, you know, I'll worry about that when the time comes. I don't know if I would equate Darryon Drummond with the creator of the universe.
Yeah, well, you should ask Drummond about that.
We don't like to promote blasphemy here on the CWF. But Darryon Drummond certainly sees himself as a god, at least as far as being in the ring goes. You see, he's taking a moment there just to give a stink eye, and he's certainly not looking at you. He's looking at me.
Yeah,
but you know, at the end of this, you know, that's for me to worry about. Right now, I just want to enjoy Darryon Drummond getting his just desserts, courtesy of the pop star Johnny Romano. Although Johnny Romano, that left arm seems to be giving him trouble. I'm seeing him shaking it there, perhaps trying to get some feeling back into it.
I mean, if I personally was Johnny Romano, then I would be targeting, well, the only other arm available for Darryon Drummond to be able to utilize in this matchup. If Romano can isolate the arm of his opposition, but right now it looks like Darryon is trying to isolate Romano's arm, making it an even playing field.
Exactly, Darryon off the ropes there. Oh, a stomp.
Well, you'll notice landing on that left side did Romano, the shoulder cover here. 2 count only.
Come on, Johnny, I'm rooting for you. I know we're supposed to be impartial here, Walker, but if you don't mind.
I'll give you the pass tonight.
Thank you, Walker.
Yeah, cover and a kick out at 2 one more time for Darryon Drummond.
You know, I would have liked to have had the ring surrounded by alligators and a moat, but just due to logistics and, you know, we're kind of short on water here in Milton, Florida. We just couldn't make it happen.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, Darryon Drummond looks to make Johnny Romano cry a few more tears that are going to fill up all the lakes back to full capacity.
That submission prowess that he demonstrated last year in that 2 out of 3 submission match he had with Nathan Sims. The ring general, the veteran, the 22 years of experience of Johnny Romano knew to get his foot on that rope, but he's got to be spent. I'm worried here, Walker.
Darryon Drummond out of the corner here. Ooh, got the block shot in, did Johnny Romano. As the pop star gonna have to pop a little bit more than that if he wants to walk away the winner.
Johnny Romano
here, watch it again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Side effect. Darryon Drummond,
no.
2.
Dang.
I know that you just felt your life flash before your eyes, Donnie.
Darryon transitioning into another submission hold here. As I said, you know, a technical wrestler when he wants to be. A bit of a submission expert. Likes to use his brutality, but will whip out submission holds like that when he sees fit.
You're absolutely right about it. And Darryon Drummond certainly putting the pressure in right now on Johnny Romano. But Romano, these shots to the side of the skull of Drummond starting to weaken down Darryon.
And now Johnny Romano with submission hold. And I don't know how much damage that did to the head of Darryon Drummond because he's got a thick head.
Well, that's certainly, I'm hearing you say it, and I'm seeing it inside the ring as well. But Johnny Romano, I mean, pressure being put in right now. And you are seeing, I mean, this is absolutely brutal inside this ring.
Head scissors.
Yeah, and that's a transition that Johnny Romano could not have expected. Gonna count the cover. Shoulders up at 2 for Johnny Romano.
Johnny Romano looking a little rough. Like I said, you know, it's been a moment since we've seen Johnny Romano. Last time he was in action was at Proving Ground when he got pinned by Jack McGuire. Jack McGuire, who won that scramble match. He will be in action later tonight against Caden Marks.
And it's Johnny Romano starting to fire up a little bit here. Darryon Drummond trying to extinguish that fire. Will he tonight? Cover. And it's 2.
Only a 2 count there. And you see Johnny Romano, a little bit of shock of disbelief there. Looking at the crowd like it was only 2, but he doesn't seem deterred. Like the frustration's not sitting in on him the way it would Darryon Drummond. Johnny Romano's just reaching into that long hair and that mind of his, coming up with something else. Might be setting him up for Britney Spears. Might be waiting for him in position. Darryon Drummond perhaps knew what was doing.
Watch it. Underneath here, and Drummond, ooh, a shot from the south.
Could have connected to the back of the head. Darryon.
When you say could have connected, I think it hit exactly where Darryon Drummond wanted it. Now,
Wait a minute. What is
Darryon?
What is Darryon doing on the outside?
Yeah, Drummond on the outs here, and oh, come on, this isn't necessary. This isn't necessary. Donnie, you got to get in there and stop this.
Uh-oh. Referee seeing it. A referee saying, not on my watch. Oh.
Oh, that with a whiplash from the referee.
What? No!
What was that? What was that?
A little bit of whiplash from the referee. Didn't see that Darryon had that weapon hidden in the sling.
I can't believe it.
Not like this. Not like this. No! Dang it. God.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Darryon Drummond.
Well, that has to be one of the hardest announcements of a victory that I heard Donnie Harris Jr. make in his career. A painful, painful moment for you here, Donnie. I know that's not at all the result you wanted to see.
It is not the result I wanted to see. He cheated. He had a weapon hidden in the sling. Our referee, got some whiplash there from getting, thrown there on the turnbuckle and with the chair. And I can't even get my words straight, Walker. You cheated. Next time, Darryon, next time.
Well, next time indeed. And speaking of what's coming up next, we're going to talk about Caden Marks taking on Jack McGuire. I can't wait to see it.
Yes, Caden Marks versus Jack McGuire, both men who have had a little bit of, haven't had the best luck recently, but Caden Marks has had a lot of luck in CWF Warfare, 2-0. So we're going to see if he can make it 3-0 as he tries to get a victory over Jack McGuire here tonight.
Well, it feels almost like a proving grounds match. One of these two men has to get back on top. We're going to find out who's going to do it. We're going to send it right back down to ringside for your following contest.